I think by
it's the feel good story of the Olympics.
yeah so far, but I mean the not so feel good story, the the men,
Enlighten me.
the men. Do we want to talk about that?
I mean, I mean, you want to talk about underachieving.
I mean, they came in fifth. I mean, Jonathan Horton
They didn't.
is one of the best male gymnasts in the world. Second to the Japanese
He's from
guy.
Houston too.
Yeah, he's from Cyprus. Yeah, and I mean, he didn't even make it
Medal.
into the all around. The
Exactly.
men, Danel Lieva, he was the one that ended up getting the bronze. It was him and I can't think of his. I know his first. I can't even think of his name now. But the black guy from the Bronx.
Oh yeah, dude.
I can't think of his name. But anyway, the pommel horse has been a thorn in the American side, and
I watched that a couple
that's
of days ago.
John Orozco. That's it.
Yeah,
I knew it
him.
would come to
Yeah,
me. But John Orozco.
yeah.
Oh,
I
that
saw him
was.
a couple of days ago. He basically he was just doing things that I think he lost a full point because he didn't do a handstand at the end. It was and the commentator was just grilling them because they're not doing the right things and they're just making so many mental mistakes.
And gymnastics can't afford to do that. The men come in fifth, don't even come close to a medal. But the women, the Fab Five, Michaela Maroney, Jordan Weber, Gabby Douglas, uh, Ali Raisman, they just, I can't think of the fifth one's name. That's pretty bad. But but they were just phenomenal, really. And Ali Raisman, she was the one who sealed the deal on the floor competition. They won. It was a lot closer than what everybody expected. I think Russia came in second, and
But I think they beat them by no. I think they beat them by 5 points. I mean,
I know, but the way commentators always make it sound a lot closer than it is. But
yeah. I mean, they're never like, oh yeah, it's over, it's all done. They make it sound because if they just say it's all over, then people will stop watching and say, oh yeah, America won
yeah,
easy.
well, and the thing that really surprised me, Jordan Weber not getting into the all around. I really am not a fan of two people from one country getting in, and because I mean she finished fourth in the competition.
Wait, you're not. Reword what you just
I'm
said.
I'm not a fan of the rule that only two
Okay,
people
okay.
from the
There you
country
go.
can.
You said you worded it weirdly the
The
first
way
time.
the way my brain was thinking it, my mouth probably didn't
I
say
know
it
what you
right.
meant. I know what you
But
meant.
I just don't agree with that rule. I mean, she was fourth out of I think there were 25 or 26
26.
competitors, and so one girl finishes. It was Gabby Douglas, Ali Raisman, I think the girl that got the silver from Russia, and then Jordan Weber. Jordan Weber finishes fourth, and she doesn't go to the all around. I think the Olympics needs to make a change with that rule. But that's just me. But the fact that Jordan Weber was able to come back from not going to the all around, she was really the poster child of women's gymnastics coming in. I mean, she was all over cereal boxes before the Olympics even started. She was the one that was favored to win the all
Well, she
around.
was a world champion
Yeah,
last
she
year.
she was the world champion in the all around last year, and so obviously expected to do big things. She came back when it mattered, when she had to come back for her country,
And
and
she
I
got herself her gold medal.
yeah, she got her gold medal, and she'll be back. Favored to win the beam individual event. Jordan Weber is vault. You gotta love Michaela Maroney, best vaulter in the world by far. Floor, you gotta love Ali Raisman for the Americans, and bars, the flying squirrel, all around champion Gabby Douglas. So when it's all said and done, I think the gymnastics, the Fab Five, will walk out of London with a ton of medals.
Obviously.
And speaking of medals, we have a medal count for you. Uh, USA tied with China with 42 total medals. USA leads the golden category with 21. China with 20.
And that's all that matters,
That
really.
that's the top two. I mean, they're 20 clear of the host country, Great Britain. Uh,
As long as we have more goals than China, I think I'd be happy.
Another 20 clear of Russia. And, I mean...
It's basically the U.S. versus China in these Olympics.
And, I mean,
so
once
far.
you get to when the volleyball comes down to it and the track comes down to it and basketball gets over with.
China will probably
and
be
the indoor volleyball. I mean, we have solid teams in all volleyball. Speaking of volleyball, Phil Dahlhauser and Todd Rogers ousted today. They're out, but we do still have Gibbs and Rosenthal in the men's division.
And women's, we got Misty May, Trainer, and Carrie Walsh. Of course,
they haven't lost a set.
No, they did lose a set.
They did lose a set?
Their last volleyball match, they lost a set. But then they went, I think it was like 8 to 20. No, 8 to 18 or something like that. 8 to
21?
Yeah. No. It would be, because you're going to 25, so it would be like...
No, you go to 21 in beach volleyball.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it was, basically the other team got 8, and then the other team got...
21?
No. But they went to a third set.
Okay.
Set,
yeah.
And then basically they got like 5 points in the tiebreaker set, which is to 15. So basically, it lit a fire under their
ass.
Yeah.
We can say ass.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, let's say fine. But yeah, it lit a fire, and they came back and they did what they need to do, and they have and now they are into the round of 16. Probably going to win the gold in the beach volleyball for the third.
I mean, if they don't win a gold, that's an upset by whoever beats them, because I mean they're just a solid team.
The last 2 Olympics, they've won the gold. So
yeah, and so you have to favor Misty May Trainer
and Carrie Walsh.
Carrie Walsh. We got more coming.
We'll be right back on Fourth and H.
Track coming up next.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
You're listening to Fourth and Inches on Spreaker Web Radio, presented by Bayou State Pawn and Jewelry, RDM Audio, and Bayou Bark. Now, here are the hosts, Nick Lott and Armando Ramirez.
We're back, Fourth and Inches, Spreaker Web Radio, Nick Lott, Armando Ramirez. Olympics Week 1 in the books. We're breaking it down. We covered swimming, we covered gymnastics, a couple other storylines we wanted to get to. Something I didn't touch on because not that many people are paying attention to it because it's pretty much expected. Roger Federer wins the gold in the men's singles.
Big surprise.
I think Serena Williams is in the semi.
I think she is in the final for the women's tennis.
Yeah, so that could be another gold we pick up over China because Chinese aren't known for tennis. And the reason I think they're so good at swimming, and Fred and AJ touched a little bit on this on the Blitz, is because AJ was talking. He said, you know, Fred, the communist countries like China, they just like kill their relatives if they don't medal. And I mean, I wouldn't put it past the Chinese to do that. I'm not saying that they do, so don't fly off the handle at me, but I mean, it's a possibility. And when you have a country like North Korea in the Olympics, the bad Korea, you can't ever rule that out. Like
the bad Korea.
The bad Korea.
I like that.
I actually got that from them today. But and the funny thing about that is Jong Lee is South Korean. And so they said, Jong, you know which one we're talking about, right? And he said, yeah, I kind of figured when you said bad Korea. But I mean, we're going to talk basketball now. Enough smash.
And then smash.
We're going to let our athletes do the talking for us, not us radio hosts, because, I mean, who knows? Kim Jong-un might send some people to kill me. Who knows? Ayo. But, yeah. Basketball.
Nigeria. Okay.
Nigeria has a basketball team?
What are you talking about, Willis?
Apparently not. Or if they did, they forgot to show up yesterday.
I think they did because I I heard they lost by like what 80
84,
points?
84.
Points?
So
Something
worse
like that?
than they actually did better than the Dream Team in one aspect. The Dream Team beat Angola by 80 points in 92. They beat Nigeria by 84.
Yeah. So basically, the biggest victory by the Dream Team was 79.
Oh, it was 79?
79
80.
points.
Oh, 79. I always thought it was 80.
Cuba in the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona. And now the USA team, they just trumped an 83-point runaway victory.
83.
It was 83.
I'm points off today.
It's okay. 83 points, Nigeria. I mean, basically, Coach K was like, "Oh, our shooting was amazing, and our three-point shooting was amazing." But I mean, when is your shooting not amazing? When you score 100 and what was it, 150 something points? I think
154.
exactly. 156, bro.
150. Oh,
There you-
let's
there you-
add up how many points I've been off this segment. We got 1,
There you go.
1, and 2. So
There you go again.
I can't do math. So
they actually
5,
said
6.
they actually set the record for most three-pointers in a game with 29 three-pointers in one game.
Make it rain.
Make it rain with 29 three-pointers in a game. I mean, and what more can we say? I mean,
It's
over.
And Colin Cowherd was talking about it today, and they have different age requirements for different events. Soccer, you can only be the max age you can be, at least for the men, is 23, because I'm pretty sure Hope Solo's older than 23, and if she's not, she looks a lot older than 23. Sorry, Hope. I still think you're gorgeous, but you're no Alex Morgan. Who knows? She may come across it someday when she's 80 years old. Who knows? But anyway, Hope Solo, no Alex Morgan. Alex Morgan, the most attractive U.S. athlete, in my opinion. Some girls will disagree with that, with Ryan Lochte and Michael Phelps.
No, I don't think girls like Michael Phelps. I think girls like Ryan Lochte.
I mean, Phelps does have a pretty good six-pack, and Phelps, one thing we forgot to touch on is Phelps's retirement, and during a race, one of the commentators, it wasn't Dan Hicks, so whoever the other guy that does swimming for NBC, he was saying, Michael Phelps, he says he's going to retire, but maybe it's like a Brett Favre type thing where he's going to end up coming back, like he's going to get bored in like 3 years and then decide he wants to go to the Olympics. But one thing I kind of caught as wrong with that comment is, I mean, you don't just train for a year to go to the Olympics. You train for 4 years to go to the Olympics. And I mean, with what he got into after the Beijing Games, and you see like kind of how it's affected his performance, I can understand why he wants to retire, but at the same time, I don't really see him coming back. And there's some talk about him being a commentator, which
that would be. I don't know.
I mean, he
kind of seems to me like he's a little bit antisocial,
Yeah, he kind of comes across as
I mean, I don't know what his commentating skills would be, but he kind of comes around like not very good in front of a microphone kind of guy.
And we're about to prove it. I'm going to play a Michael Phelps interview. Let's see.
But yeah, I mean,
all right, this is Michael Phelps's take on Michael Jordan. And just listen. Never mind, that's an ad. So we're going to let that ad play. We got 9 more seconds. Then you'll hear just how bad Michael Phelps is in front of a microphone. 3, 2, 1.
Home Depot.
Thank you, Home Depot.
Who are your sporting idols?
Michael Jordan.
Why him?
He changed the sport of basketball in my eyes. How it, on and off the court, the guy, I mean, in my eyes, made basketball what it is. And what he did.
Have you met him?
I haven't. Never met him.
What would you ask him if you were able to meet Michael Jordan?
I've had that thought a lot.
What's the thing you're most curious about with him?
I mean, I think part of me would ask him about